Hello friends, this is a part 3 video of the playlist Laws Relating to Tort. Today we will be discussing the kinds of tortious liability. Tortious liability has been divided into three categories: strict or absolute liability, vicarious liability of the state. First, we will move on to the strict or absolute liability. In strict or absolute liability, the defendant is liable even though the harm to the plaintiff occurred without the intention or negligence on the defendant's side. Strict liability means a liability without a fault. This is also known as the no fault liability. Here I am just giving an heads up about the strict or absolute liability. I will take you through this topic with a much brief explanation and also with case studies in the next part. Ryland vs. Fletcher 1868 was an important case which evolved as a base for the evolution of strict or absolute liability. Here are some of the cases which falls under the strict or absolute liability. Liability for inevitable accident. Damage is done by the escape of dangerous substances brought or kept by anyone upon his land. If someone brings any dangerous substances to his land, then he will be responsible for the consequences if it escapes. Liability for inevitable mistake, where a person interferes with the property or reputation of another without any intention or negligence. Vicarious liability for wrongs committed by others. In order to understand this particular point, you should know what is vicarious liability. I will be explaining it. What general rule states is every person is responsible to their own act and not to the act of other person. But there is an exception to the general rule, which is vicarious liability. In vicarious liability, the person is held responsible for the unlawful actions of a third party. I will repeat once again. Every person is responsible to their own act and not to the act of other persons is a general rule. But there is an exception to the general rule, which is vicarious liability. In vicarious liability, the party is held responsible for the unlawful actions of a third party. Of course, the third party also carries his or her own share of liability. Vicarious liability simply means the second-hand liability or the liability for the act of others. The situations in which the person is liable for the act of third party. First situation is principal and agent. This is based on the maxim qui facit per alium facit per se. He who acts through another is acting himself, so that the act of the agent is the act of the principal. When an agent commits a tort in the ordinary course of his duties as an agent, the principal is also liable for the same. Second situation is partners. All the partners are liable for the tort committed by a single partner in the ordinary course of business. The liability of the partners is joint and several. Third situation is master and servants. A master is liable for the tort committed by his servant while acting in the course of his employment. Of course, the servant is also liable, but their liability is joint and several. The basis of this rule is in the maxim respondeat superior, which means let the principal be liable, or the maxim qui facit per alium facit per se. That is, he who does an act through another is deemed to do it himself. Fourth situation is employer and independent contractor. An employer is vicariously liable for the tort of his servant committed in the course of employment. but he is not liable for the tort committed by the independent contractor. Here, you should understand the difference between the dependent contractor and independent contractor. In case of dependent contractor, he is controlled by the employer. So, if a dependent contractor does any mistake or wrong, then the employer is also held liable for that. Independent director is working for the employer but not completely controlled by the employer. So, if the tort is committed by the independent contractor, then the employer is not liable for that act. There are certain circumstances in which the employer is also liable for the act of independent contractor. First case, when an employer authorizes the independent contractor to commit a tort. Second case, in torts of strict liability. Always, in case of strict liability, you should remember no fault liability. Third case, negligence of the independent contractor. In all these three cases, the employer is also liable for the act of independent contractor. Next, we will move on to the vicarious liability of the state. In the authority of principle, the state or a sovereign also employs people to act on his behalf and delegates them certain tasks. Such employees, while working under the authority given to them by the state, sometimes do wrongful acts. Here, whom they are mentioning is the government employees or the government servant. What is the question here is whether the act of a government employee and the government servants, uh, the state is liable or not. The question here is whether the state is liable for the act of the government servant or government employees. We will try to find the answer of this particular question in two areas. First, what is the position in England and what is the position in India? In England, until the passing of Crown's Proceedings Act 1947, the Crown could not be sued for the wrongs done by its servants. But after the enactment of this act, the Crown was held liable for the torts committed by its employees in the course of employment. As of now, the Crown is vicariously liable for the tort of servants. Now, what is the position in India? In India, if it is of a sovereign function, then the state is not liable. And if it is of a non-sovereign function, then the state is liable for the tort of its employees or servants. Now, what is the sovereign function and non-sovereign function? Sovereign function means the function which could be carried out only by the government. I hope you understand the kinds of tortious liability. Like I said, this is one of the video in the laws relating to tort playlist. I will complete the other topics in the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. Kindly do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further updates. See you all in the next video. Thank you.